the commercial break, and thanks for being part of NTV this morning. As we wind up this particular segment of Morning at NTV show, we want to understand, we have been spectating the different political parties strategizing ahead of the next cycle of the elections, that is the 2026 general elections. We're seeing a number of them coming up with different strategies of how they can be in position to consolidate, but also go deeper and have absorption at the grassroots, right from where the elections or the voting will be done. On Friday, we did see that is the former leader of opposition in Parliament, Matthias Puga, having his big announcement made, and of course we saw him having his Democratic Alliance Forum being formed and announced to the country. This is ahead of 2026 general elections, and we're also seeing some of the political parties splitting themselves into two. We are talking here about FDC that has split itself into two. We're seeing a little bit of confusion here and there. So I want to understand today, could this be something to be worried about as ruling party, as we see a number of political parties coming up, and we're talking about the multi-party system here in the country. And this morning I'm delighted to be joined by the Director, Finance and Administration at the NRM, that is Hajat Medina Nahamo Jale. Hajat, you're most welcome to Morning at NTV show.
Thank you so much. Good morning, viewers. Thank you for hosting me.
We are seeing a number of political parties, a number of pressure groups being formed. Is this something that the party should get worried about?
Thank you so much. As NRM, I will only speak for the NRM because that's the party I'm subscribing to. I don't think we really need to be worried about any of those political parties. If you see currently what is happening in the country, it's clear to us that the opposition political parties are in disarray. You've seen what happened with the FDC. They have split, I don't know into how many groups, and they have continued to even split further. Recently, you saw NUP, which had become the biggest opposition political party, but again, it is also the miscoordination, the fighting, it has split further. Recently, we saw Honorable Puga, Matthias, launching a new, I don't know whether it's a political party or a pressure group, and we are yet to see more. And for me, that tells us the level of disorganization in the opposition. As they are doing all that, the NRM, we are getting more prepared, more organized, and more ready to face any hurdle that will stand in our way.
Maybe away from that, let's now dive into the real conversation. We have seen the NRM party starting their digitalized membership registration. The question comes back to the aspect of reliability, efficiency, and also the aspect of sustainability. Are we seeing this as a pilot project that you people are doing, or we're talking about now real work of digital registration and adaptability to the digital transformation?
Thank you. I think as the NRM, we've always had the register as a party, but every election cycle, we go back to our people. We try to update our members, and this is what we've been doing. It's a usual occurrence for the NRM, but most importantly, this time we are digitalizing our register. We have decentralized. We have gone down to the people. We used to do this activity in Kampala, where we do updates in the villages, and the entire data is collected and taken to Kampala for digitalization. But this time around, we have gone down to all the zones of Uganda. We have 20 digitalization centers. Each zone in this country, each sub-region is a zone, and it is a digitalization center. And I can tell you that it is only NRM that has always had this level of preparedness. I've never heard or seen any opposition party organizing around a digital register. That tells you our level of preparedness. That tells you our readiness, because you've seen recently the National Electoral Commission releasing a roadmap, giving a range of activities beginning this coming year around January. And for us as the party, we are moving ahead of them, and that's why we are talking about a digital register. You talked about reliability, sustainability, if we are moving with the current world, that is moving in the line of technology, ensuring that we have systems that will have something that even our grandchildren will be able to see, I think that tells you the level of sustainability we have. A digital register is not going to be something that we have in hard copy. It's going to be a soft copy of the register. And for us as a party, I think this is the best we are going to have ever, because we have learned from the past, we have picked lessons from how our registers have been before, and we have put systems in place to ensure that we have a very credible, very reliable, and most importantly, something believable to our members.
Okay, thank you so much. This has been Hajat Medina Naham, the NRM Director in charge of Finance and Administration, trying to give us the new update pertaining the digital registration exercise for the party. And of course, I did ask a number of questions. We should have continued with this particular conversation, but since our time is fast being spent, I can hear my colleague in the studio, Priscilla, trying to tell me, Rashul, I want my mic back. Priscilla, if you can hear me, this is the conversation that we have had here in Koboko. But of course, I'll have her in another comprehensive interviews that we shall bring the comprehensive details in our subsequent bulletins. That is NTV Akaungezi and NTV Tonight. For the interest of time, allow me to let the room back to you in the studio, Priscilla, and you continue with the last segment of Morning at NTV Show. Back to you in the studio. Good morning from Koboko.
Thank you so much, Rashul Adid from Koboko, for bringing us up to speed with how digital